Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Teizxamos, and I am bringing you a kind of a tutorial slash tip slash routes, whatever, for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The map I'm going to be doing today is Dust 2, and I'm just going to go over some of the routes that I like to take personally for both sides, counter-terrorists and terrorists. So we're going to start off with the counter-terrorists in this spawn. This is going to be to A, so usually I like to start here, come around, and either if it's not a pistol round, I like to stay here and kind of watch this. But if it's a pistol round, I will more likely rush this because you're not going to have oppers or anything yet. So I'll either do that, or sometimes I will sit here and wait for them to come through. But on a pistol round, like I said, I'll come through all the way, check this, check that, and check this. And sometimes I'll go back to spawn if I assume they're going to B and I want to take a very long way around to B. But usually I'll come through here. If I think they're at B, I'll drop down and go through there. And if not, I'll come through short, come up the stairs, and see if they're planting or whatever. So that's usually what I do for A. Now for B, I will usually come through. I like to jump across this. I don't know why. I usually go through the window. If I can get this. I already fucked up. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so bad. And I'll come up either on this crate and watch that, or I'll come back behind the car and watch this and listen for them coming through here. Like I said, then I'll push through, check that, come right here, maybe check that if they're camping back near spawn. And I'll usually come through here, or I'll flank all the way around, but I'll usually come through here in this box, check that, and then come here and check this. And then I usually like to come mostly around this way to A again, if I think they're coming to A. I don't really like this here because it's very, very long range, and I usually use an M4, which is alright, but I usually don't like challenging it in case there's an opera or something watching, or back cars or something. So those are pretty much my routes for counter-terrorists. I have not done this one, but sometimes I've thought about doing this one where I'll wait a couple seconds, see if I know no one's opping the other team or watching middle, I will actually just rush through here, and try to catch them coming through this entrance, trying to go to B really quickly. But that's pretty much it for the counter-terrorists. So I'm going to go over to the terrorist side now. Alright. I personally prefer this side on this map. This is where I go is usually based on where I spawn. It always depends. So I'll start with B. For B, I'll just jump on this, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And if we're trying to make a very big push to B, I'll go right to it and watch it. But usually I come here and I watch this. I watch this in case someone comes up through middle and tries to flank us to B. Or I'll come back here, kind of watch this, rush up here, crate, window, all the good spots, and then plant or whatnot. So that's pretty much what I do from B, and sometimes I'll watch from here, or I'll watch from window over there. I'd say that's pretty much all I do when I go for B. There's nothing really else, no really other passages or routes that I go when I go to B. I usually go B. I just want to get a quick plan off, and I want to rush that, catch them off guard. For A, I'm just going to run down here. If I'm feeling very defensive and I think they're going to push us at A, for some reason, I will sit here and see if they come through there. I sometimes will sit here and wait for them to come through. It's usually a good spot. A lot of people just kind of walk by, not checking the corner, and you can just wait for them and get them as they come. If I have an op or something, I'll sit here and wait for them to pick this corner. And sometimes, if I know they're not going to rush or something to A, I will rush straight up and sit here, and this will catch them off guard if they're not rushing. If they're just kind of casually going to A long, then I can get here in time. But if they're rushing as well, you'll usually get caught. Like, they'll come around if they're trying to get to doors. They will get here about at the time that you get here, so you'll both see each other. So it's kind of a really risky play, I think, to rush all the way to blue here. But if you can get two teammates here, it's also very good because you can boost up on top of blue and check to see if anyone's in down there. So I don't usually go down here in pit unless I have an op, and I'll snipe. That's the only reason I'll do that. Check this, check that up there. Not really much to check here. Check down and spawn. Check short. You know, check this corner. Sometimes I like to be behind barrels there. I usually plant the bomb here, so they can't be behind this, so I can always see them from short. And you can still kind of see them from back there. That's it. For places I'll sit, some places, sometimes I'll sit here and wait, but this isn't really great because you can kind of see them coming, but you can't really get a good shot on them. But if I do see that people are coming from short, I'll come down and I'll run back around and try to catch them here. I don't know, can you get on this spot or not? Yeah, so I never actually tried that. That's what I'll do if I think someone's in short and I want to flank them. I'll sit down there and get them this way. But that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed or found this video helpful, I suggest you give it a thumbs up. That'd be really awesome. If you want to see more content in the future from me, subscribe down at the bottom. And that is it for me, guys. I am out. See ya.